So, what do you think about this value thing? Like how people treat this a basic value?
Yeah, I think that yeah, I notice this phenomenon too, of course, and I can understand. It's probably quite scary to if they try to accept um, what you claim that everybody has their own value at the very beginning, because that's not what they're taught. I think that's not what they're taught. We're all told by okay the government and those those big company who try to exploit our money, right? Uh, the whole world is teaching us that you don't have value unless you buy these, who knows, Hermes um, bag, or you buy these Ray-Ban sunglasses. If you don't buy this, you don't have value. You have to show people that you're able to buy this, so people know, oh, you're something. Uh, un- Unless you do this, otherwise you're just nobody. We're told we're told this way. So yeah, it's understandable that it's not so easy to understand. But for people like us, I think if it's easier, a little bit easier for us, I think that would be because we are more involved in arts. So if someone ever have those joy, experience those joy from arts, I think it might be easier to accept the essential essential value of oneself, because I would say that experience is probably the art experience is probably the most close experience to the essential value of oneself. Yeah. Unless you have those experience, I didn't mean that all people who are involved in any kind of arts will be easier to accept this, but I just think that the experience are closer. These experience are closer. But if you never have that, never experience that kind of joy, it'll be really hard to accept.
Yeah, I mean, I also have some kind of debate with a friend, and the friend mentioned that um, he continued doing something based on the incentive. Yeah, if he's encouraged to do that or not, which means that okay, if he make a piece of art and people like it or people buy it, then he think, okay, I'll continue doing that. Um, I think this is for long term. For many artists I know, they basically follow this. They might do something really nice, represent themselves, they do it naturally, but they are not going to continue if there's no incentive. Yeah, if they, that's why there are some project I was some project didn't continue because of that, because they didn't have the patience to wait until it grows. Yeah, like it needs certain time to build the infrastructure, and then you will see the result in certain stage. But if they don't understand that, they couldn't do it. But again, like I think just as a person, you don't even need to be an artist. You can still choose to believe and to discover who you are. Yeah, which is like I think it's like you go back to the nature. Yeah, if you leave the cities, all those artificial stuff, then you go back to the nature. Nature is not zero. Yeah, nature is rich. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if we just see the cities, as you here, look at wealthy city like Toronto, New York, and we see this is the value. And when they see the nature, there's no value, except they can become the commodity. Yeah, those are raw materials. Like, okay, there's a value there if I can use it. Otherwise, they see the nature has zero, has no value. But barriers, like I think this is a very common idea when we come back to ourselves without any additional knowledge or decoration. Yeah, those basically they are decoration. Then we see ourselves has no value. But still, I think it is continue changing, especially there are robots coming. Yeah, already here. Yeah. Which means you cannot proclaim your skill as your value anymore. There are many skills cannot be treated like that.
Yeah.
You have to move on. Yeah, you have to move to maybe different place. Yeah, but it's a bit too far. I think back to we discussed in the beginning. So the example. Do you think there's some good example you can think about? Some people they are sincere. Um, it can be any kind of people. It doesn't have to be musician.
Um, yeah. I would. The
People
first thing I would. The people. Like
or
it's still
work.
easier for me to think about the musician. Musician. I would say like uh, one of the band that I like quite quite much. A Japanese band called Beats. If yeah, they are the first kind of the first band that make me turn to Japanese rock music. Yeah, and the reason is simple. The singer he sing in his own voice. That's simple. He's the first one that I found that he sing in his own voice. Of course, they got good music too, but he sing in his own voice. And
Okay, so in the next episode, maybe you can show some example. Okay.
probably.